Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 11. It is late. My eyes hurt. I have been trying to stay off of social media all day a little bit to rest my eyes and stuff, but I want to get this out to y'all today. So I look a mess. That's why I got the lights off, honey. My hair like a mess under this darkness, but we're gonna leave that be. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Do not forget to like this video, comment in the comment section, share it on your social media. You can also follow me on social media on Twitter and IG at J_Lees_Corner. The description box has all of that information with my social media links. Relax, relate, release. Center yourself and everyone around you, and always inhale and exhale and stuff. Let's get started. So, this was a good episode, basically, but at the same time, I mean, Kenya gets on all my nerves, and all my nerves is what Kenya gets on. So, we see the ladies are still having dinner, and y'all know I'm a real Latin. This will be a one-off situation or whatever. Okay, anyway, so they sit around the dinner table, whatever. Portia is still upset at Kenya insinuating that it was probably her and or Tanya who banged stripper. So they all sitting around there, whatever, Cynthia bringing up how I learned that I like to watch the girls do girls and stuff. I like to see things or whatever. And when I saw what I saw betwixt the females or whatever, I went back to my room and pleasured myself. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. They all bring up how Bolo's Bolo is real. Katie's also real big or whatever. And Kenya then say, yeah, Portia would know because it was all up through her windpipe or whatever because she banged him last night. I'm like, Kenya, you have other business in mind besides Portia, but we'll get to that at the end of this episode and whatever, okay? So LaToya then brings up how also, was it you, Drew, who was making noises at 6 a.m. with Bola? Bitch, don't do that. Don't say me. Kenya then said, oh, Drew, so it was you? Was it you, Drew? I was like, here we go. Get the fuck on, Kenya, with that bullshit. She was saying, you must be out here feeling guilty because your ass had your legs spread wide open and whatnot. So don't come to me with that. But why you even here investigate anyway? Now, at that point in time, when she said that, LaToya kind of switched sides and was then at, yeah, Kenya, why were you up here asking all these questions? But why were you investigating the whole bullet thing? Why are you doing that? I'm looking like, oh, okay. It wasn't really shocking. I feel like my neighbors upstairs either burying bodies, moving gorillas, or I don't know what's going on. Maybe wrestling chimpanzees. Because it's midnight here. So I don't know what he doing. It's getting on my goddamn nerves. But again, Toya and Kenya going back and forth or whatever. This is about Kenya being nosy, and consistently asking questions about who was it that banged the stripper or whatever. Now, Toya's issue was why keep asking these questions about what happened. Now, Shamia then brings up how, well, Kenya, you was the one asking questions all that. You even asked me or whatever. And I told you, I am a married woman. It was not me. And all the other women bring up how it was a bachelorette party. We had a good time. We enjoyed the stripper or whatever. So why, Kenya, are you pressing this issue? She then said, well, I was the one I heard moaning and groaning or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? And then Marla like, why does it matter if someone was moaning and groaning? Maybe they was watching porn, okay? Maybe someone was watching porn. I watch porn and I'm like, Marla, just cut it out. But everyone's point is like, again, Kenya, why you pressing the issue? Now, Portia brings up how, because Marla asking that, she's like, this way, she gonna make up a whole list, or she gonna go this way. And Kenya then said, I heard noises. I think it was multiple people in the room saying, having sex. I stood there and listened for a while. Then Tanya, well, I feel like maybe you have not had sex in a while, and that is why, you thought you heard what you heard. You know what I'm saying? Because you have said that you and Mark are no longer together. Like, you're separated. He lives there. Like, you're not together. I'm like, Tanya, be quiet. She then brings up So again, you was hearing things because you horny and whatnot. And then when you don't know what happens in my household, I know what I heard last night. If you know what you heard last night and no one else is trying to discuss it, leave it be. Y'all have discussed it enough to where you shouldn't keep pressing the issue. I'm gonna let that be too. Portia brings up, we had a whole lot of fun girls' night. Everyone had fun, and the next day for someone to come out and make it seem like anybody is a whore is stupid to me or whatever. Kenya keeps saying the noise was coming from that side of the house. On that side of the house was Portia's room and Kandi's room. She said, Kandi, it wasn't you. Oh, okay. Well, you saying is that is me? Is what Portia then asked. Well, no, I didn't say it was you, Portia. I have not said that at all. Tanya then incriminates herself and says, look, I was in Portia's room all night. I stayed there all night. I'm like, oh, Tanya, you just told on yourself that you was at least there, okay? But I'm going to leave that be. Now, at that point in time, again, Portia thinks like, Kenya, are you saying that it's me? Are you trying to insinuate that it's me? And well, no, I'm not saying that. I did not say that. Well, okay. Well, if you're not directing it towards me, it doesn't matter. Now, I think at this point, we all are 100% sure that it was Portia who did whatever with Bolo. And I feel like, who cares? Portia is single. Okay? Portia is single. Now, if Tanya watched, that's on Tanya. I don't know. I don't think Tanya banged Bolo. I don't think she maybe watched him bang Portia. I don't know. Anyway, Marla, like, well, we all grown. Like, if everyone here is grown or whatever, and if someone bangs a stripper, who cares? It's their vagina. We are grown. People here are, single or whatever. It should not be a big deal. And then they're like, why is it a big issue? Kenya, well, I feel like it's because we are all here, and if it happened, it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Do that at your own house. I have my daughter here. Bitch, no one asked you to bring Brooklyn. Don't bring Brooklyn into this. Brooklyn is an innocent bystander. Brooklyn did no shit that was going on. Now, as all of this conversation is going on, Portia, you can tell Portia wants to probably drag Kenya across the coals of all the hotness of the coals in hell or whatever. But Portia, you know what? I don't give a fuck about this dinner. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go home. I had a good time this whole weekend. I had a good time last night, okay? And I am done. And she gets up and she walks away. And she brings up how, Kenya trying to shade her and kind of, we'll shade her. It's bullshit. She said, Kenya can't destroy what God built. Good luck, bitch, as she was going away to her room. Now, when Portia walks away, you see Latoya says to Kenya, see what you did. Look what you did, now Kenya. I didn't do anything. I didn't do that. And Kandi said, look, this is kind of crazy. Kenya brings up how is this her fault? And when Kandi, like, at the end of the day, whatever anyone did here, that is their business. Like, it's not anyone else's business. Kenya feel like, well, I feel like, how is it their business? How is it their business if we're here too? Bitch, it's still their business, okay? And Kandi made a great point. Whatever someone did in their own room, if you was in your room and your business, they would not bother you. Let's not forget, Kenya's room was upstairs, okay? Kenya's room was all the way upstairs, way far away from where Portia's room was. For Kenya to bring her ass downstairs and listen for 45 minutes, you made someone else's business your business. Kenya didn't just so happen to no. Kenya was down to being nosy. Okay, we can't now. If Kandi had said, I heard something because Kandi was right there. Kenya came downstairs to be nosy. That's why she gets on my fucking nerves, okay? And Kenya then say, well, it's about judgment. It's about, maybe it's because I'm an auntie. It's about judgment. And Kenya said, look, I told y'all from the jump, if you came here to judge, get the fuck on or whatever, because again, this is a judgment-free zone. Don't judge anyone here. And people kept on like, well, if Kenya hadn't brought this up, it would have been boring. I don't have an issue with them talking about it or whatever. I have an issue with how Kenya made it her mission to have all the other women say Portia fucked a stripper. My thing is, if y'all all know and if it's insinuated, let it be that. But she was adamant. Kenya was trying to shame and judge Portia. I don't like that. Again, when you are on a girls trip and you ask people to be your village, you can't do that shit if you snitch on the fucking village. Kenya is a hypocrite. She wants women to support her, but she isn't supportive. Kenya trying to snitch on Portia for possibly, she did, fucking Bolo. What was the point? What was the point? A good time was had by all. Again, an insinuation would have been enough, but Kenya kept going because guess what? Kenya likes to make other people miserable, but I'm gonna leave that be. Now, they all leave the house or whatever. Back in Atlanta, we see like multiple scenes of people talking to people. We see Cynthia telling Michael about the party where, when Bolo came out, I seen Bolo dick or whatever. He like showed it or whatever. It was real big and whatnot. He like, well, did somebody help him? Like, did you touch it? He says, no. He did all that on his own. And Mike got up and did a whole little dance to see what she meant by him. It was so cute, and it was cute to see Mike's reaction. He wasn't upset. He wasn't even questioning her in a way of, what did you do wrong? Like, he like, okay, that's what happened, let's joke about it. You can tell that they are secure in their relationship, whatever. It was cute and funny, whatever. And Cynthia said, Mike got a whole lot of dick. He has enough dick for me. I'm like, okay, cool. We do see Drew telling Ralph about the party and how the stripper flipped her over, whatever, and how she was twerking on him. He spanked her ass a few times or whatever. Now, Ralph looked away. Okay, Ralph was not all that enthused about his wife's ass being spanked by a stripper, but it was what it was or whatever. And, Ralph brings up how, well, you didn't give me those details when you was there. Well, you never gave me details about you when you was in Tampa. Okay, if you did not give me details about Tampa, I did not have to give you multiple details about what happened in the Carolinas or whatever. And then, it's weird that we still really don't know what he did or who he was with in Tampa. And she said, I don't know who he was with, why you went, or what you did there, so boy, bye. And because she's referencing that, you're like, you know what, it ain't about me, it's about you. It's about you, girl. And like, at the end of the day, I didn't do anything more at this party than you do at strip clubs. And I was like, oh, okay. And Ralph left alone because I think Ralph be fucking somebody else or whatever. Now we then see Kandi talking to Don Juan about the party, and I'm assuming she talking to Don Juan because Don Juan ordered Bolo. Okay, he paid and organized the whole Bolo thing or whatever. And she's like, people was drinking, people was getting frisky, you know what I'm saying? The women got a little bit extra. Read all about it. Touchy, girl, touchy, feely. And, also about Kenya being a snitch. And, how Tanya then snitched on herself by saying that she was in a with Portia. Now, Kandi brings up how she wasn't going to say anything before. However, she also heard noises, but she was not going to say anything about it or whatever. But she will say that Kenya isn't lying, that someone was making noises. Again, Kandi, girl, you stitching too. I don't think anyone questioned that something happened. I don't think anyone questioned that Kenya was lying that she heard noises. It was the fact that she's trying to judge whoever that did it. Let me, expose them and shame them because that was disgusting to do. How is fucking somebody disgusting? I'm like, if she used a condom, that isn't disgusting. People have one night stands all the damn time. Why make it an issue? Now, Bolo was on social media saying he did not have sex with anyone. Okay. If you say so, maybe you ate a cooch. I don't know what you did. I do feel like something happened, okay? Because Don Juan then said, oh, no wonder I got a phone call from the car service, because the car service that took Bolo there had to sit outside and wait for him to leave. So he had the car people sitting outside until 7 a.m. You hear that noise? It's building bricks. Anyway. But again, Don Juan got a call from because he didn't make it there, because they also had lodging for him that he didn't go to that night. Because why? He slept at the house with somebody else or whatever. And he said, Bolo got him some social justice snatched. I say, not social justice snatched. Okay, girl. As we know, Tanya quit the show, so we would not see Tanya anymore. Tanya tried her best to defend Portia, but she ended up putting herself in it, and she left the show, I'm assuming, because she did not want to deal with the rumor of it all. But I feel like, did you fuck Bolo? I don't think she did, but why you leave if you didn't? I don't know. We then see Kenya at a photo shoot. Toya comes by to talk to her. I didn't care too much or whatever. Kenya is telling Toya that I was upset that you allowed them to attack me. You allowed that to happen, you know what I'm saying? And you was then up there, kissing on Portia, whatever. I cannot believe that. And stuff. I was upset because you were doing a whole investigation and trying to put people on blast. We know you were the one over there being pussy whipped and, hanging out with Portia. Now, Portia has tried to shame me the whole trip about me being a mother to my daughter. I'm looking like, what the fuck are you talking about? No one tried to shame. Girl, Kenya lives in an alternate reality, but I'm going to leave that be. But she just tells Toya that you watched them fuck with me all weekend and then you switch sides and kind of attack me too, and I like that. She then brings up, I got a crush on you, whatever, and you was up here, doing things with people I don't like. So Kenya tried to get back at Portia because Portia and Toya was kissing. So you a jealous lesbian or bisexual? You are a whole married woman. I'm your husband, I want you, but you married nonetheless. Why do you care who married as Toya kiss? Portia's single. Girl, it's just. And when she then said that Portia wants to be her, I said, on what earth? Not on this one. No, ma'am. I don't think so, or whatever. So I just need you to be loyal to me. I'm saying it's all about loyalty to me because you was up there, trying to be cool with whoever got your attention. That ain't loyalty. I'm like, girl, I cannot believe this. Toya apologized. I said, y'all is kind of dumb. She then brings up how she heard it was a threesome between Toya, Tanya, and Portia, which she said that's not true. I never messed with Tanya, but I did kiss Portia. I was like, girl. And she then brings up how Portia used to call me slut all the time, so I had to get her back. I don't think Portia's a slut because she fucked Bolo. I don't. I don't think you should ever slut shame someone for having a one night stand versus when Portia was was Portia slut shaming her? Yeah. But that's because Portia, it was beefing back. I don't want to be like double standards, but I feel like you can't judge her because she did something versus people saying that back in the day you used to sleep around a lot. But I don't care that much either. Drew goes by to see Portia because they moved, and now Drew stays like less than 10 minutes from Portia. And I feel like Drew and Portia is a new freaking frack. They get along very, very well. I like them as a duo, but we're gonna see what happens with that. So they both bring up how they had a good time on vacation or whatever until Kenya's ass came around like Darkwing Duck trying to get the villains to say who did what to who. And they feel like she was indirectly going at Portia, and that's true. Kenya knew who she was insinuating it was, and she kept trying to make other folks say it. So she was indirectly pointing fingers at Portia. Bam, bam. And Portia said, well, I felt like Kenya was being a punk ass bitch because she never came directly at me. It was all indirectly. Okay, but she said, I'm gonna pay Kenya dust just like her coochie. I said, oh, not a dusty coochie. They sit around and chit chat or whatever, and she brings up, I will never ever party around them again. And then Ralph gets to calling Drew. Drew lies and says she's leaving the store and she's on her way home. Portia's like, girl, why are you lying? You that's not the truth. You were at my house. Well, I did go to the store, and I'm technically on my way home, so I didn't really lie that much or whatever. When she asked how did he feel about, what happened in Tampa, and on the trip or whatever, she's like, well, he had an issue a little bit about what happened and whatnot, but, you know what I'm saying, he kind of got over it or whatever. And then Portia asked her, well, do you think he did something in Tampa? And she brings up how, I don't know if he did or whatever. He hasn't given me reasons to believe that he's cheating on me, but I still feel like him saying I need to get to a point in this marriage where I'm getting what I need, and something that does not happen. Drew and Ralph could make it if Ralph didn't seem so suspect. He reminds me of Martell Holt from Huntsville, and I don't like it, but I'm gonna leave it be or whatever. But again, that was fine. But Portia then brings up how she also realized with her another thing that she realized she was also at fault for the demise of they weren't married, their relationship, the same way Drew realized that she needs some more from her marriage or whatever. Portia brings about she realized she played a part in the breakup because she kept trying to maybe punish him or whatever. She kept wanting him to be guilty based on what he did in the past. And even though she had forgave him, she still put him in the same box as, you cheating on me, even if he wasn't. And she brings up how sometimes when you get that distrust in you, you can't trust the partner, whatever, and it makes you have issues within yourself, and that can cause what? Bulls of the shit or whatever. And so they chit chat about that and whatnot, and then she leaves the Ralph calls again. It was fine. Kenya then go to see her lawyer. I have pictures of that because I was like, girl, what is you doing? Okay, so Kenya is visiting the lawyer. There's Kenya. And y'all probably have already seen the lawyer's picture. I think I used it in the beginning, but it's fine. So she's seeing her lawyer, okay, because she wants to discuss, Brooklyn divorce, custody, and all that stuff. And so she tells him how her and Mark have been talking, okay, discussing the fact that she wanted to file for custody of Brooklyn or whatever. So she talked about that, but he asked her to wait a day or so before she filed the paperwork. And so the producers asked her, why are y'all discussing, custody but not a divorce? Kenya then said, well, because we still haven't talked about or spoke about our relationship and where. I'm like, bitch, y'all have been separated for a year. Okay, he has treated you like shit. Why are you still trying to work things out? I don't get it. I don't get it at all or whatever. So she then tells her lawyer, well, Mark called me. He was sending me little love songs or whatever. He told me he wants to work it out and that his playlist is full of songs all about me. But what are the songs? Okay, because there are a lot of songs on here that you can be like, oh, my whole playlist is about you. And then, what comes on? Khalees, I hate you so much right now. Or you try to make me go to rehab because you drive me crazy. What songs did he tell you was about you? Anyway, the lawyer then laughs. He literally laughed when she said that he was in her love songs. He then said, oh, okay, well, I guess he's playing the whole long game, because guess what I got from his lawyer, a day or two ago. He then gives her a petition for divorce while Kenya was up in the North Carolinas, South Carolinas, fussing with Portia, fucking with them. She should have been fucking with Mark. Mark filed for divorce in New York. Okay, and he also was asking for alimony from her. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. Yes, he did. He absolutely did. When the lawyer said that, I can be honest with y'all, I did laugh. I laughed and I chuckled because you were so busy using all your I Spy private powers to look at what Portia was doing or whatever. You should have been looking at what Mark was doing. Every time every time Kenya do some bullshit to somebody else, Mark comes back and gets revenge for other people. Because, girl, you need to leave everybody else alone and figure out what Mark is doing. Mark is going to keep embarrassing you every time he gets. You need to divorce him and move on. Because otherwise, every time you deserve some karma, there's Mark serving it or whatever. So the lawyer brings up how, Mark filed in New York. And because Kenya lives in Atlanta, he has to file in Atlanta. But I'm not a lawyer, but I feel but if he lived in New York, why can't he file in New York? Why does he have to file in Atlanta if he don't live in Atlanta? And if they got married in the Bahamas, girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, but you know, like I responded to the lawyer, whatever, and they have to remove that file and whatever. They have to file in Atlanta. I cannot believe him. And he's asking me for alimony. I cannot. Why? He told me that he didn't want anything from me, that if we broke up or whatever, and we then see the footage of Mark saying like, if it happens, I don't want anything. She can take it all or whatever, and I can rebuild. I say he said that in case you file for divorce. If he filed for divorce, he want your money. She was upset that he wants alimony, but he did not ask for custody of Brooklyn. Well, Phaedra told you seasons ago that you'll be peddling around sperm banks, and technically, Mark was your sperm donor. Girl, karma gods don't like you. Kenya is the creator of her bad karma. If Kenya was just a better person overall, I feel like she would get good energy back to her, but she puts out negative vibes, and look what happens to her, okay? Look what happens to the person. When you start putting out negativity, it comes back. Think about it. It comes back. Portia, in my opinion, wanted to beat Kenya's ass at that table earlier, and she left because she knew that ain't gonna be good for me. I can't do that. Kenya, on the other hand, at every chance she gets, shades Portia. And you are too busy worried about Portia when you're really to be worried about Mark. Mark is your bad karma. Handle that shit first. Okay? Handle the own issues in your own house first. Then come for Portia. But I'm gonna leave that be. That's how I went off. I'm going to bed, y'all. I'm going to rest my eyes. I will be on this panel tomorrow with Scotty. Ladies First panel will be Thursday on Jamie That's Me channel. And I'm going to try and get some rest, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.